Are you tired of getting absolutely wrecked in close-range fights in Free Fire? Do you want to start hitting those insane, how did he do that headshots? Well, you're in the perfect spot. Today, we're going to break down the so-called abnormal one-tap so you can start completely dominating your opponents.
We've all been there, right? You get completely smoked by an opponent, and then they hit you with that classic taunt, "Abe noobre custom kilega," which basically means, "Hey noob, wanna go one-on-one?" Losing is one thing, but then having to deal with the trash talk in the lobby, it's so frustrating. It makes you feel like they know some secret that you don't.
So, does that sound familiar? Getting outplayed in an instant, and then just having to sit there and take the insults? Well, what if I told you that you could be the one dishing out that kind of smackdown? Let's turn that frustration into pure skill.
Okay, so let's get into the game plan. Here's our 5-step guide to pulling off that abnormal one-tap. We're going to cover everything from positioning to the final shot. But hey, a little pro tip, make sure you pay extra close attention to step 4. That's the real game changer right there. All right, first up, step 1 is all about dushman ko frame milao, or bring the enemy into the frame. Now, this is a close-range move, and the absolute #1 rule is you have to get your enemy right where you want him, inside your screen's main action area, what we're calling the frame. So what do I mean by the frame? It's not your entire phone screen. Think of it as that sweet spot in the middle where all the action happens, where you're moving, shooting, and dropping glue walls. That's your battlefield. And to land this shot, your enemy has to be in that zone.
And this just makes it crystal clear. When your enemy is hanging out on the edge of your screen outside that frame, you can try to flick all you want, but you're probably gonna miss. But the second they step inside that frame, boom, they're a perfect target for a clean one-tap headshot. Your first job is to own that space.
To really drive this point home, here's a fun way to think about it, using a classic Bollywood line. "Main तुझे भूल जाऊं, ये हो नहीं सकता," which means, for me to forget you is impossible. You need that same kind of obsessive energy for your enemy. Hunt them down, stick to them like glue, and drag them into your frame. Don't let them get away. All right, so you've got them in your frame. Awesome. Now for step 2, asan moke banao, which means create easy opportunities. See, this isn't just about having God-tier aim. It's about being smarter than the other guy and basically setting them up for failure. Your mission here is to totally manipulate the fight. You want to mess with their head, control where they can go, and basically back them into a corner where they've got no good moves left. Because a confused, vulnerable enemy, well, that's an easy kill. Now, check this out, because this part sounds kind of weird. The secret is to not shoot first. I know it feels wrong, right? But think about it. When your enemy takes a shot, what happens? Their character stops moving for a split second. And that is your golden ticket. You let them make the first move, they become a sitting duck, and a stationary target is basically a free headshot. Moving on to our third and probably most critical step. Basics में master बनो. Master the basics, and listen, this part is non-negotiable. You can't learn all the fancy, flashy moves if you haven't nailed the fundamentals. It's like trying to build a house with no foundation. It's just gonna fall apart.
You know, there's a saying, "Baaton ka sher and kaam mein dher." It basically means all talk and no action. You can know the theory, you can watch all the videos, but if you can't actually hit a simple one-tap when the moment comes, what's the point? It all starts there.
And look, there's a clear path to getting good at this. Don't try to sprint before you can even walk. First, just learn the basic one-tap. Once you've got that, start practicing on enemies that are actually running around. Then you can start adding in stuff like quick weapon switching. Only then are you going to be able to pull this off in a real high-pressure fight. Okay, so you've learned how to corner your enemy, you know how to create the perfect chance to strike, and you've mastered the basic shot itself. Now, it's time for the secret sauce. This is the part that separates the good players from the ones who look, well, abnormal. And here we are, step 4. Hilo normal, dico abnormal. Play normal, look abnormal. This is the entire philosophy right here. The secret isn't some hidden trick or a secret button. It's about doing a normal thing, but doing it with so much style that it looks completely extraordinary. There's this great saying that nails this idea. Hathi ki daat khane ke alag aur dikhane ke alag. It means an elephant has one set of tusks for eating and another for show. The eating tusks do the real work, right? But the big, impressive ones, they're for display. It's the same thing here. The work is your normal one-tap headshot. The show, well, that's all the cool stuff you do around it to make it look amazing. So here it is, the big reveal. An abnormal one-tap is not a special shot. It is a normal one-tap headshot, but with your own personal style slapped on top. It's that headshot plus your crazy zigzag movement, your lightning-fast reflexes, your unique flair. You are the one who makes it abnormal. It's a style you invent yourself. And that brings us perfectly to our final step, Sari style mix karo. Mix all the styles. Now that you know the secret is just your own unique flair, the key to being a total menace is to have a huge bag of tricks. It's time to stir the pot and mix everything together. Seriously, don't be a one-trick pony. In a single match, you need to be throwing different looks at your opponent. Hit him with a switch one-tap one round. The next, a lightning-fast one-tap into a glue wall. Then a crouch one-tap. Keep them guessing. Keep them completely off balance. And really, that's what this all boils down to. A truly abnormal player is just a super versatile player. When you're constantly changing up your style, your enemy has no idea what you're gonna do next. And that unpredictability is what makes you look like you're playing on a whole other level. So there you have it, the complete blueprint. The abnormal one-tap isn't some cheat code you download. It's a formula, rock-solid basics plus your own creativity. The power to create these insane plays is already in your hands. So the only question left is, what's your abnormal style gonna be?